Hello and welcome to the Land Use Planning Basics to Big Picture. I'm JP Gellerman, Growth Management Agent for St. Lucie County and the University of Florida Extension Service. This video and the website you are currently visiting represents the project through the Extension Service of the Institute of the Food and Agricultural Sciences at the University of Florida. The website provides a wide range of user-friendly land use planning resources.
And hi, I'm Lila Rachevskis. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Food and Resource Economics at the University of Florida, and we'd like to congratulate you on your appointment to the Planning and Zoning Board, your recent election as public official, or your general interest in planning. We know that planning decisions affect our environment and our well-being. There are many planning tools and concepts out there that can help us more wisely use and conserve our natural resources, and you'll find more information about these sustainable planning tools throughout this site.
This site is organized into 4 modules. The video is based on Module 1, Planning Basics, which we designed using information from the Florida Planning Officials Handbook by Gene Bowles at the University of Florida. Gene travels around the state offering in-depth workshops and training programs on land use planning. If you would like more information on these opportunities, you can get in touch with Gene using the contact information provided under the team information link on this site.
The 3 other modules on this site each have information, webinars, and useful links that can be accessed by clicking on each module icon. Module 2 is about planning to reduce our ecological footprint. Module 3 is about how we can incorporate ecosystem services into planning. And Module 4 is about planning at the urban-rural interface.
So let's get started on some planning basics. We're here to give you a brief introduction to the things you'll see and you'll hear at your meetings and in projects you'll review.
Whether you are an experienced planner or you have never seen a set of blueprints, this video will get you comfortable with what you'll encounter in your new position.
In this video, we'll be focusing on commonly used terminology and some basic laws.
We'll start simple. The first term is parcel. A parcel of land is any quantity of land with a specific location and boundaries that can be sold or developed.
And building on that concept, each parcel is subject to a specific type of land use. Land use refers to the development that has occurred on the land, the development that is proposed by the developer on the land, or use that is under the adopted comprehensive plan or land development code.
That's right. So we always have to pay attention to a parcel's designated land use or zoning when determining what kind of development will work there.
Now, developments frequently end up close to one another. In that situation, you'll have to consider compatibility. And compatibility is a situation where land uses or conditions can coexist next to each other.
For example, you wouldn't put waste disposal in a residential neighborhood because the land uses are not compatible.
Now, shifting to some other broader topics, we'll discuss terms that affect the entire community. First, an urban service area.
An urban service area is the area in and around existing communities which are deemed most suitable for urban development. They are capable of being provided with a full range of urban services. Urban service areas are typically designated by your county or city's comprehensive plan.
A comprehensive plan is pretty much a land use constitution that establishes what should and shouldn't be built in certain places in your community.
An important thing to remember is that decisions you make in planning and zoning meetings shape the look and feel of your community, from the environment to the economy to social issues.
Now, development of regional impact is any development which, because of its character, its magnitude, or location, would have a substantial effect upon the health, safety, or welfare of citizens of more than one county.
These developments take a long time to plan and approve. There are many things to consider when looking at these projects, including land use and your communities and neighboring communities' comprehensive plans.
Now, we'll give you a few useful definitions for some things you'll have to consider when reviewing plans for proposed developments. First is clustering, or the grouping together of structures and infrastructures on a portion of a development site.
And concurrency, or the necessary public facilities and services to maintain the adopted level of service standards that are available when the impacts of development occur.
Floor area ratio, the gross floor area of all buildings or structures on a lot divided by the total lot area.
And density, the objective measurement of the number of people or residential units allowed per unit of land, such as residents or employees per acre.
The last few points we'll cover in this video have to do with things that a developer or community will have to consider when proposing a development.
The first is development impact fees. These are scheduled charges applied to new developments to generate revenue for the construction or expansion of capital facilities located outside the boundaries of the new development.
This refers to roads, traffic lights, and other services that surrounding area will need to do to construction of a development. It ensures that the community doesn't have to pay for the infrastructure that will be needed as a result of that development.
Also, capital improvement. Whether there is a proposed development involved or not, capital improvement refers to the physical assets constructed or purchased to provide, improve, or replace a public facility and which are large scale and high in cost.
Many times these are part of a capital improvements program or multi-year scheduling of public infrastructure improvements.
So these are some of the basics that you will encounter during your time on the Planning and Zoning Board.
But remember, this only scratches the surface, and that this is why we have created even more resources for you.
That's right, JP. We have worked with planning professionals, stakeholder groups, and organizations from around the state to compile an extensive amount of planning-related information to assist planning officials, citizens, and newly elected officials to better understand basic planning. Let's face it, it's intimidating at first, but after you become familiar with the terms and concepts, you will have no problems. Good luck and enjoy the site.